Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. Okay, so there's one question which is from the Vibhor, and that is we have so many tools. For example, let's say we have a Datadog, then we have New Relic, ITQ also, and then Splunk we have, and then we have Elk we have, okay? Then we have App Dynamics, then Dynatrace, Grafana, all these things, Grafana. So many other tools are there. Okay. So what is the difference, major difference? So if you look at this in the current format, there is no difference. Okay. But if you set in terms of historical context, there are difference. Why? Because let me put it in this way. When Datadog was introduced, they started focusing on the infra monitoring actually. Okay. Infra monitoring means that cloud servers and stuff like that. When New Relic got introduced in the past, they started focusing on APM. It's the one which I talked about in the previous session. Performance monitoring. They started focusing. When Splunk introduced first time, they started focusing on the log monitoring. Same way, ELK we have three softwares together. That is log monitoring. When App Dynamics got introduced, again they got in APM. Dynatrace also got in APM, and then Grafana they got in a dashboarding solution. That means you have any backends, but I'll give you the dashboard for it. So these are the solutions which they got introduced. But now, if I say current format, every tools is doing everything. So now we are not calling a ELK, we call it elastic stake because elastic stake means it has all the things. Okay, so now they are focusing, all these companies are focusing on observability, and that is where they are into everything. So did you understand now, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so any other questions before?
No, no. That.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about one more tool which is called Splunk. So Splunk, what I'm going to do, for Splunk basically I'm going to show you the only log monitoring capability. Okay. But as I stated, Splunk can do everything now. Splunk is into observability. So if you go to their website, let me show you their website here and see here. They are into everything. So they keep changing, see here, observability, security, and all the stuff like that. Okay. So they are into everything. That means if you say I want to monitor infrastructure, you see here logs, matrices, trace, good image, right? So they are into everything. But because the Splunk is so vast, all the aspects is not difficult to cover. And Splunk is very popular. Most of the organizations you will find Splunk they are using for log monitoring only. Why? Because now they got into everything. Now they are trying to get into everything, but earlier they were in the log monitoring. So how the Splunk works, let me put it up in this way. The beauty of the Splunk, there's one thing, you can enroll, understand that you can enroll cloud also. Okay, and you can have a this one also, hosted solution also, both the solutions you can have it. So that's the beauty of it. Okay, so we will go for the cloud. We will check that cloud, and that is okay. So here you have a free Splunk. Okay, now this is the cloud platform again is for 14 days, and after that you can make it also continue using it, but that will not have a more features and something like that. Okay, so that is something you can do that. So here the only problem is you have to give the business email. So I'm going to give a business email which is Rajesh devoxschool.com. Password, I'm going to put it up. Rajesh Kumar DevOps Architect. Phone number, company, DevOps School, and phone number is required. So I'm just random putting it here. And India, agree. In fact, pin code is also required. Strange. And okay, so this is unavailable. So DevOps School is unavailable. So what should I do? Let me try another email ID. DevOps at Rajesh r.xyz. Now I have created account. This is also available. So now I need to think about it, which I should use it. So okay, so I'll do one thing because getting a business account is not okay. One more, I have it right. So let me try if we get successful. So this has not been used, so we can use this one and create an account. You can log into the old account as well, but the problem which will happen is you will not be able to see the all the features, and that is something which will have a problem. Okay, so let me uh, verify that account, and I'm going to verify my account. Done. Okay, so now let me share with you my user screen. Yeah. So you see here, Splunk Cloud Trial, search, analyze, visualize 5 GB per day of your own data in a Splunk hosted cloud environment. And after that, you know what? It will become a free for 500 MB or something. Okay. So done. So this is the dashboard, and this is the username and password, and this is the instance. I have already verified, so it should not show me that verifications error one more time. Hmm. I'm still waiting for my instance is not ready. Just wait for a few seconds. Okay, so I have to use that one more time. Here they've had flawless, not sure why they complicated. Okay, the account has not been activated so far. Let's wait for it. I'm unsharing my screen for a few seconds. Okay, so it's going to take lots of time, so I'll not waste time. Let me share my screen and we'll go for the hosted one, okay? Because account is not coming, so we'll go for the hosted one. So what I'm going to do earlier, what I thought I'll tell you. Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
So here, what I thought, this is my machine, okay, and this is the cloud. And in the cloud, here you have to install the forwarder. Forwarder is kind of agent actually, universal forwarder we call it. And this universal forwarder take the log from the machine and send it to Splunk website. And then this is you will search for this one. This is something I was trying to do, but because this is not working, I have to set up my own server. So let me set up a server that will be totally done for you. So what to do? So go to the my blog and search for Splunk, download and install. Here. So all this URL I have already stored it just so I can save my time. You can also go to their website, log in and browse, and then you get a URL for it. So this is the URL for enterprise, the one which I was trying to set up in the cloud, and this is the URL for forwarder. So just to save my time, I'm going to use this one. So which I'm going to use it, this one, Linux, last one. So I'm going to here under OPT and download, enter. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is to extract tar hyphen. Let me copy this into Splunk and we Splunk to Splunk, cd Splunk and tar hyphen xvf. Done. Now I got this one Splunk and cd bin and I'm going to start up. So these all commands you have it here also. So if you think uh, you are having some problems, you can follow my tutorials and do that stuff. So this command I need to run. Okay. Now username admin, password admin123, admin123. This is the password for Splunk. And now Splunk by default it will run on 8000 port. Okay, so remember that. So I am opening up 8000 port somewhere here and 8000 port. And before username, I set it up ADMIN 123. So this is a, you can say, cloud version of it. Okay. See here. Um, Done. So this was something I was expecting at cloud. I don't know, new account takes some time, but that's okay. So did you understand that, all of you? Hello?
Yes, Rajesh.
Okay, so now what do you want? So here you have to have a data. So here this place you can search for the data. But there's no data, there's no logs as such. You have not configured the logs. So we should do that first thing. How do we add the logs? So if you go to this setting here, there is one icon which is called add a data. I would suggest you to spend some good amount of time here. So you can upload the data, you can monitor the data live, or you can forward the data. So monitor, upload, these all handy. In fact, you can configure the cloud also, and Splunk will fetch the data from your cloud platform. That is also there. But right now, I'm going to set up a forwarder, universal forwarder. So this is something, this the universal forwarder, which will fetch the late data from the certain location and send to Splunk. And then this is me, I will analyze this. Okay, so that way you will have a little bit good confidence. So forwarder you should set up in a different machine, but I am setting up in the same machine because that is easy and faster. So how do we do that? Okay, so there is a problem, it will come. So here I must tell you here, the server has a one forwarder installed automatically. So port conflict will come. So what should I do? So should I set up a new machine? Yeah, I think that will be wise. So let's do one thing, because port conflict I don't want, and I want to show you the forwarder end to end. So let me show you one demo for creating one new machines. So here, so I'm creating one machines here just for the demo. This machine I'm using, and Splunk 20 24, if in fact has come now. So I'll go for 22, and okay, and now T2 micro is sufficient. I'll go for demarch. Security group, I'm not setting up anything. 8 GB is okay. Launch. So this is the machine I'm logged in. So and what was the key? Demo March, right? Okay, username is Ubuntu. Let me improve the view so you can see better. And become a root. Okay. So now I am going to install the forwarder, universal forwarder. How do we do that? So let me follow my tutorials. That will fast. So I have to download this in the Linux, right? So this is the Windows. This is the one. Okay. So I'm downloading the file. So typically I'll keep it in the OPT download, and here I'm going to extract it. So these are all the tutorials which you have it. You have to do the changes. Anyways, it will be in the records, so you will see that. So first thing what you have to do is uh, these are the port specifications you need to understand. But here you have to do the changes before enabling the forwarders. What? So monitoring console setting this one, and you have to enable this one. So let me go to my forwarder setting, monitoring console, and setting forwarder monitoring setup, enable 15 minutes, save it. This is done. Okay, so that is something which you have to do it. Now, second thing which you have to do, go to setting, forwarding and receiving, receive data and add a new listener. The listener by default is 977 port on which the forwarder runs. So for that, uh, I did this. Let me go to forwarding and receiving, and here receive data, add new, port number default will receive, done. So this is the second part, you have to do that. Okay, and then restart the Splunk instance. So before that, you know what, there's some error is coming. Okay, so there's an error, but that error is okay. That's a disk space related error. That's okay. That is perfectly fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to restart the Splunk. How do we restart it? So it's this way. Setting server control. Setting server control somewhere here. Okay, so restart successful. Good to go. Username is admin 123 done. Okay, so now we have configured the Splunk server for enabling the forwarder. After that, we are downloading the forwarder and this command which will help me to restart. So let me run this command fireball Splunk. This is the forwarder. Done. Okay, so now what we have, go to Splunk, go to the bin, and here you have to start the forwarder. So this command is good to start the forwarder. And username admin 123 admin 123. This is the forwarder username and password. So I have installed the forwarder, and forwarder can also accessible at this place. So done. Okay, so there's a problem. The problem is, okay, by mistake, you know what? I installed the this one. That was a my mistake. So I have to go Splunk. I install the server one more time. I have to stop this Splunk and remove this and then download the right file. That was a mistake. So I installed the one more server which I have already running. And go back, remove this Splunk, done. Okay, so I'm going to download right file, and for that, let me get it the file. Splunk download, and this is the forwarder. I need this one. This is the forwarder, okay, right one. So now tar hyphen zxdf and done. Go to the go to the forwarder, go to the bin and run this command to start this. And that one is this one. Now forwarder will require username password Rajesh123, I mean 123 etc. Done. So now you know what forwarder in this architecture, if you look at this, I got this one done, okay, and this one done. Forwarder you got installed. Now I need to tell forwarder, hey forwarder, take this input and send that output. Simple input and output. That means logs, read that logs and send that. So that is something I have to do that. Now the question is how do we do that? So for that you can these are the commands which has been configured. This command will work for hosted environment. This command will work for the cloud environment. Okay, so that is something which I have to do. So here I'm going to first add the server. So first let me show you forwarder servers. How many we have added? ATMIN, ATMIN 123. See, none. There's no forwarders configured. So what we do in this case? So I'm going to add a new forwarder. How do we do that? So this command you have to change this. This manually also you can do that, but command line will be much easier for you to understand. But if you have got a good control, you can, you know, do that through this. So this is the IP address of the forwarder, username and password ATMIN123. So this is the something which I'm adding the forwarder and done. Now if you see that listing the forwarder, now it's in inactive, just wait for a few seconds, it will become active automatically. Okay. So Five IP address, right? Oh, how come I added the wrong IP address? Right. That was a wrong IP address of this. I added a self machine which is not good. So I added second one also. So two I added, one is wrong, second one is right. Just wait for a few seconds. It takes few seconds, so automatically it will become this one. So this is the right IP address, right? Yeah. See, but active. So forwarder is set up. Now what I need to tell forwarder, hey forwarder, read that this input and automatically it will send to this forwarder. Input is not configured. So how do we set up input? So for that, these are the things I did, but you have to do this one. This one. Input means monitoring. Okay. So how do we see that? Run this. You see, these are the files which got automatically added to monitoring automatically. So that means forwarder is monitoring themselves also. But right now I want to monitor. I want to add a monitor, right? So what to do? So I have a certain logs in locations which I want to show you. Okay, so where's the logs? Uh, so in this machine, what I'll do, I'll install the Apache because I want to monitor Apache. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do is, mm, what I'm going to do is, uh, apt get install Apache 2. Yes, I'm installing Apache, but it says some error, which there's some error which is coming for 1.2. This is 22, right? Okay, let me update this. I'm not updated this operating system, right? Done. Now let me install the Apache. Done. Now I'm going to start this Apache systemctl start Apache 2. Done. Now I'm going to also create a traffic on that. So let me first check Apache is running or not. It's running. Let me create a traffic. I'm creating one sampler HTTP request, TT port, and remove it. Okay, so done. Okay, so it's done. So now traffic is coming. So now there is one file which I want to monitor, which is I want to show you that first ls var log apache. See, these are the files. Okay, so I want to monitor all the files here. So what do you do in this case? So in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this command and add a monitoring here. Done. So this is the whole directory which will be read, and that is what I have also put it up. See. So now let me add it and enter. Now I'm going to see the list of monitors, and if you see that little carefully here, I have added. So now what I did, you see that here, I set up this one, I set up the universal forwarder, set up the output, input, good to go. Now the log should be at the Splunk. Did you understand that now, all of you?
Yes, Rajesh.
All Okay, so now you have to search for it. You have to start doing your analysis. Where do we get it? So I want to check that whether the log is coming or not. So go to the settings, indexes, and there is a default index which will be there. Let me check this because they will tell me how many documents they have configured. Little slow, but it's okay because started using it. Huh. So there is one a default one which is called main here. Okay, and here the you should get all the information. So right now this is not earliest event, latest event has not come here. So if you see that here, it's not come. So just wait for a few seconds and all this thing should come. So now let me go and check. Meanwhile, the logs has started coming or not. So it's little slow. We'll have to wait for it. Search. And now Splunk is all about the search techniques. Okay. So here you have to learn the search techniques. So right now, I want to see that how much data we have got it. So last 24 hours, let's say error. I'm searching for it and there's no data actually. Okay, and then there's no data has come because minimum disk space 500 GB MB reached in this one and current. Okay, so there's a problem in this server. They have got some disk space issues actually. So here it says minimum 500 GB reached for this one concurrency. So how to solve this? Minimum free disk reached for this one. What has happened? I'll tell you. Uh, this was the error which is came. So I have to clean up some data, I guess. The limit is 500 MB actually. So just let me see how can I help. This is the license issue, free account. And this you won't get it in the cloud during the trial. That is the thing. Current size is only 1 MB. How come it's showing this data? Okay, so disk space issues actually. Let me check. df-kh. See, and this is the problem. So the problem is my disk has filled. Now what do we do? So I'm just thinking, what should I do? I have to do some cleanup actually. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. df-kh only 96. Let me remove this one actually. Just trying to minimize the this space. Okay. So now a little bit. Okay. So now let's see that if it is solving. Okay. So I think this has solved the issues now. Can we check now the index? And you see the data has started coming, you see, correct? 1 minute ago. Now the time has come. So let's search for it. An error. And there's no error. Info. I mean, just randomly I'm searching. I don't know. Okay, how many events has come? Just wait for it. Here. Now it started coming the data. You see that here? Start means everything. So this many logs has come. Okay. In last 5 minutes, how many? 9,000, 15,000. And just wait for it. These are the logs. See, this is the HTTP log. If you see that here. So now you are able to understand this, all of you. Hello.
Yes, Rajesh. Getting it.
So now you have to search what is the problem in your I mean your application. So I'm searching for this is the 10981. See you. Now error, typically error warning, some message which you think error is not there actually right now. Warning, little slow, but it's okay. Access. I'm just searching for it. Failed login, something like that. Failed. Failed. So this is the way you have to search. Now there's a many techniques also there. So now that is where I want to introduce you one dedicated step by step SPL. We call it SPL. Okay. Uh, SPL means Splunk processing language. So this is Splunk tutorial, and I want you to spend some time with lab, which is here. Oh, it's gone. Just a second. Hold on. This is the lab. So keep it in mind. It's in recording, so you won't be able to track it without recording. So here I have a fundamental lab and some sample data. Sample data is not needed right now because I configure it. Fundamental lab, if you go for it, these are the lab manuals I'm having. How do we do that? So you have to start from this place, searching. How do we use fields in search? How to use some commands in the search? How to transform and stuff like that. So these are the stuff you have to follow and then get going. Some of the other stuff which let's say how to search for Splunk. Like I'll write Splunk SPL Apache. So let me just Apache uh, SPL command reference. Okay, see. So these are the tutorials will help you pretty long. Okay, Splunk command. Hmm. So okay, yeah. Yeah. So these are the tutorials will help you. Some examples are also given here, which will help you to search techniques. This is one of the main work which you have in the Splunk, learning all these hundreds and hundreds of command based upon the requirement and move on. Okay, so here some examples also given. So let's some of the techniques which I want to show you, something like let's say fail. So there's nothing, but if you want anything with a fail keyword, failure, failing, failed, star keyword, you can use this. If you want some two words, let's say let me get a words. I'm not able to get a word star, and in last 5 minutes, let's say raw data you want to see, right? Raw data. So you want to see anything with Apache client only. This one. So here you put it up like this, and say this many logs 1000 has come from last 5 minutes. Now you want end here this operator error, something like that. So I think 0 should come because, but if you say or 10,000 plus will come because HTTP client you have everything like this. It's the same techniques. It's like your google.com. Something together you want to search, put the double quote, and here it is. And now you can add a searches. Let's say go for raw to list. Table also you can go for it. See here, table. And you can go for list. And if you think no, you want to add this from the search 200, see here, you can add it. And then all the lines which has HTTP client plus 200. And then find out the issues. And after that, once you are done with the work, let's say you got the right results, what to do? So you see here, share. You can share this with the URL. You can print also. Okay, you can convert into the job also. This anything you search, it will get automatically converted to jobs. You can put it in a stats here, statics, visualizations, all these things you can put it up, patterns, and so on. You want to convert into the reports, here it is, alerts, here it is. You want to push this output in the existing dashboard, that all here you have it. Okay, so report will be something like this. You created a report, and now this is the report probably automatically get populated, and you can share this report with your team members and work is done. Okay, so now your focus should be what you want to find. Some events where you have some security issues. You want to create a report and send it to the team to take care of it, or some of the SIM related issues, then troubleshooting related issues, and so on. Did you understand that, all of you?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@debugschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.